What's new from the Barbados Light and Power Company with your host, Jackie Marshall-Clarke.
Greetings, everybody. Today I'm joined by my colleagues from Corporate Communications, Nichole Scantlebury, Communications Advisor, and Akeem Briggs, Digital Media Coordinator. How is everybody today?
Hi, Jackie. I'm doing well.
I'm doing well, Jackie. Thanks for inviting us in today. As this is the last What's New radio program, Akeem and I wanted to support you and also share with our listeners a few clips from the interviews and topics that we've covered over the years.
Yes, it's been a while. The first What's New radio program went to air in November 2013 with you, Jackie, as host. And in March last year, we celebrated our 100th program.
Wow. Thank you, Akeem and Nichole. Thank you for the memory. Good to have you guys today. Thank you for all the work on this radio program over the years, especially during the COVID period. We had to coordinate everything online. Today, I'm looking forward to playing some clips from those past programs. Over the years, an enduring theme has been highlighting the Light and Power story, so our customers can learn about what we do during that special segment called Our Story. Here's Gregory Sobers.
My name is Gregory Sobers. I'm the next member of the Barbados Light and Power Company. Today I was trimming customer trees in St. James, Porters to be specific. Tree trimming is very important in maintaining a strong and reliable electrical system because trees falling and hurricanes or just falling when they get old can damage poles, the lines, bring them down and cause power outages. Yeah, ask customers to when you're planting a tree, be aware of the location you're planting a tree, check to see if there are any lines around, the type of tree you're planting, how tall it's going to grow. You try to keep planting clear of the power lines. You may believe that planting a tree, say 10 feet away from the power lines might be good today, but the tree grows and spreads out. If it's a tree that spreads out a lot, it'll be into the power lines in another 5 years or so. You have to come and cut it. The biggest don't is do not climb trees with power lines in them. Do not climb fruit trees with power lines in them. Keep away from power lines. If the line is passing through the tree, you call it and power, we will come and clear it. Then you can pick your fruit at your leisure. Don't plant trees right on the power lines. That's another big no-no. I just say add on also, if there's trees in the lines and you wish to have them cut, you can call 626-4300 and request that the trees be cut from the power lines.
I'd like to give a massive shout out to the employees at Light and Power, who we have called on over the years to share their customer tips and their expertise. Literally, every department has contributed over the years, and every single contribution has been meaningful and impactful. We have also called on the wider Emera family, associates from the Caribbean, Tampa, and Nova Scotia. One of our regular contributors and a favorite of mine is Dave McGregor, Chief Executive Officer of Emera Caribbean Inc. Dave worked here at Light and Power and was instrumental at the start of our solar farm project in Trent, St. Lucie. I had a chance to catch up with Dave last year, and I asked him about what 3 energy trends across the Emera Caribbean affiliates excited him. His number 1 was electrification of the public and private transport sector. Here's his number 2.
AMI and smart grid. So AMI stands for Advanced Metering Infrastructure. I just call it smart grid. So this is about the utility and the customer having greater visibility of their electricity usage. It allows the utility to have real-time view of the customer's usage in the home, allows us to balance the grid a lot better, especially now when we've got a lot of, Barbados has an extreme amount of rooftop solar, about 3,000 installations, totaling almost 70 megawatts on customers' homes. So the utility needs to be able to understand where that energy is, where it's coming from, where it's going to every second of every hour, every day. So what the EMI system does is give the utility some eyes and ears and be able to manage that. It also gives the customer greater eyes and ears in managing their electricity bill and electricity usage. I think we all complain about the price of electricity these days, no matter where you are, if you're in Barbados or in the United Kingdom or in Canada. It's a common complaint on the price of electricity in all our jurisdictions. But the one thing the customer can do is try and manage it and try and understand their energy usage, understand when they're running the tumble dryer or the washing machine, that, how much it's costing them. Is it costing them $1 an hour to run that? Well, maybe, maybe I can consolidate the load. Maybe I can do things a little differently.
That sounds really good. And we're literally putting the power in the hands of the customers, which is amazing.
And what EMI does is open up a whole lot of opportunities for us to work with our customers to provide them better value, reduce the cost of electricity across our system for everyone. My mantra is we want more people paying less for electricity, not less people paying more. And, as we can increase load through electric vehicles, etc., that means the fixed costs of the electricity system are being shared by more people, and therefore the cost per person decreases over time. So that's what we're shooting for.
You're listening to What's New Radio. Nichole, what was Dave's number 3 energy trend?
Jackie, it was vehicle to home and vehicle to grid power. Very exciting things.
Akeem, what about you? What springs to mind?
Well, I appreciate that What's New Radio has always been customer focused. Along with the customer tips, we had a segment called Inbox, where we responded to frequently asked questions from our customers. We have used technology to enhance customers' experience, especially during COVID, when we were online and employees worked from home. What's New Radio kept you up to date about our COVID-19 protocols and how to use our online web portal. Back in 2018, Light and Power introduced the use of the GIS mapping and drone technology. We also started a vegetation management program. And Nika Archer, Engineering Manager, Transmission and Distribution, talked to me about how the program is used.
We take a complaint and we plot it on our Barbados map. So this way we have most or almost all of the trees plotted on a map. We take these trees then and pass it to the crews to trim. And they've done an excellent job of this over the years. But we've added another step in that we've introduced contractors to come after the crews and trim the trees even further down to give us 2 to 3 years before we have to worry about this tree. Now, in trimming 2 to 3 years, if we think about areas in St. Thomas where the rain falls all the time, that tree is not going to last 2 to 3 years. So what we've also introduced is a model to map that particular area. Say if we go a particular area in Barbados, Akeem was a particular area in Barbados that has a lot of rainfall.
St. George.
So like St. George. So areas of St. George now, we will say we're not going to get 2 to 3 years over here. We're going to get 6 months. So we have something that prompts us to say, hey, go back at this area in St. George within 6 months to do some tree trimming. So that's why we call it vegetation management and just not tree trimming, because we've leveraged some technology, some tools, and the assistance of contractors to help us to manage this process.
What's new from the Barbados Light and Power Company?
Now, Jackie, I'd like to say that the program has had a 90% success rate, which means less outages for our customers. Now, that's a win.
It surely is. And speaking of innovation, new ideas, and industry best practice, Light and Power is a leader in the energy sector. And What's New Radio was always there to bring you those stories about our services.
So many. For example, in 2016, we launched our 100-100 vision. 100% renewable energy and 100% electrification. The installation of our AMI smart meters to enhance operations to the benefit of our customers.
Our electric vehicle fleet, the development of our site at Trent St. Lucie, 10 megawatt solar farm, clean energy bridge project, 5 megawatt battery storage, and renewable energy rider, now known as the feed-in tariff.
The LED streetlight change-out project, that was a big one. Begun in 2019 and thousands of lights around the island. Our online web portal, My Account, sponsorship of Crop Over 4-Day Morning. Safety is always our priority.
I particularly like our Brighten Your Christmas campaigns every year, and our corporate responsibility outreach to charities and the work with our covenant partners.
Each year in June, we would celebrate Light and Power's long history of delivering safe and affordable electricity around the island. The Barbados Light and Power Company was founded in 1911, and since then has been powering every moment of your day. And even more so now, as every household has 1, 2, 3, or even more electronic devices, and businesses rely on having sustainable power for business productivity. One of my interviews that I cherished was speaking with former cricketer, Member of Parliament, and Reverend Sir Wes Hall back in 2016. I really enjoyed that sit down with Sir Wes about the value of electricity and growing up in Barbados.
So as I always enjoy your stories, where did you grow up?
I have sprung from the proletariat, so I must tell you I was born 40 yards outside the walls of Glendale Prison, and my contemporaries in the West Indies team always said I was born inside. But I was born in Station Hill, and what is now called Goodings Road. And after that, I lived in the Back Ivy, and after that, I lived in St. Lawrence, as you know. And that's where I spent my first, I reckon, about 18 to 20 years. And then, well, by the time I was 19, I was a professional cricketer. So then I went overseas. And in that time, too, I'm very proud to say that I lived with my mom in Grisette's housing area. I'm just one of those guys who lived in housing area and became a member of parliament.
Wonderful. So was growing up in the 1940s, was your mother a customer of Light and Power?
No, I think we were too poor to have electricity. Electricity came to Barbados, I think, in 1910. And my mom, she was born in 1918 and obviously did not know much about electricity. As a matter of fact, when I live in Station Hill and I live in the Back Ivy and then I live in St. Lawrence, in those three locations, we did not have any light at all. Let me show you this. Now, this is what I had to do. Now, that's kerosene oil, right? This lamp is about 80 years old. And what happens is that you have to take up this, see that? And you take this cog here, and there's a wick in here. Now, the wick is in the kerosene oil, and then you bring it up to here. And when I do that and air gets in there, you get the soup. So therefore, I would then have to get not wet, something dry, and you see my hands too big, and you just clean it out all the time. So you have to actually wash it every Sunday. I think that nowadays the kids are very privileged. I just love living in Station Hill where I was born. There was something about the culture of Station Hill though. In Station Hill, the only two buildings that were illuminated conspicuously so was the prison and the station. And my grandmother used to tell me, now you have to be decent and behave yourself or not. You will either go there or there. And I saw the sincerity in that.
Thank you, Jackie. That was a fitting end to program number 113, our last What's New Radio program. If you've missed any of this program, head over to our website, www.blpc.com.bb to listen again.
Everybody, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you to all our contributors to the program over the years. We really could not have done a monthly program without your willingness to be a part of it. Thank you to our former hosts and colleagues, Sandra Reed and Jennifer Blackman. Big thank you to our wonderful producer, Jaslyn Hall, and the effervescent production team of Simon Pipe and Graham Johnson.
Our new TV program, Energy Talks, is on CBC every Tuesday night at 5 to 8, hosted by Shane Jones. Season 2 of our Puppet Electricity Education series has begun, so look for new episodes online on our social media pages, TV, and cinemas.
And you can follow and like and share Light and Power on Facebook and Instagram at BLPC Online and on Twitter at TweetBLPC for up-to-date news. And visit our website www.blpc.com.bb to use our online customer self-service portal.
And we're still in hurricane season. Remember all our reminders over the years and all our tips. Please stay safe. Till next time, it's goodbye from Jackie Marshall-Clarke,
Nichole Scantlebury,
and Akeem Briggs. Bye.
Bye.
Remember to save the electricity.
This program was produced for the Barbados Light and Power Company by SFA Communications.